Hello, everybody. We're here. We're here. It is 11:39 a.m. and although the tugs are look like they're in position right now, uh, other than tidal movement, um, she hasn't started her way out yet. But they are definitely getting in position. We're watching Fox 5 New York right now from Christopher Columbus Parkway, and we're going to keep an eye on her here. Thought I'd come on a little bit early. Going to do some testing on some things. So, um, oh, we have movement. She is being pulled out right now. Who do we have here? Let's see. Mark. Oh, Nate's here with me. Mr. Golden V. I know we have Aaron, Skips Happy Hour, and All American Travels. James is on here too. All right. Ozzy is here. Hey, Ozzy. No rum, no rum. It's a little early in the morning, so I've got Coke. Yeah, we got Coke. We'll add the rum later, folks. She is on the move now, out of Pier 80. Definitely moving. Just a little bit of an audio check. Can everybody hear me? And can everybody hear a little bit of the background of the media feed that I've got on? Give me a heads up on that. And Age Forgotten is here with us, and thank you for the heads up. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Nate. Yeah, I've got the volume turned down on the feed right now because it's just simply background noise. There's nobody talking on there really. Um, the crew that's out there occasionally do some talking, and sometimes there's a little bit of good juicy information that comes out from them. So we'll just monitor them, and if anything comes up, if they do go on live with their Fox station, we'll bring the volume up. And we'll be keeping an eye out for some helicopter shots as well. I might switch over to another feed. Ron Backy. I've got that last name correct, but Ron Backy is here. Mr. Golden Bee, I totally agree with you. Yeah, as much as this is a sad occasion, it is awesome to see her move. Very rarely get to see even motion on her decks with people and crew, and to even see that is kind of a cool thing to see. I am actually, because I came on a little bit early. I'm gonna go. Yeah, Max needs to be on here. You're right. I'm gonna step away for just a minute, but I'll let the feed continue, and I will be right back myself. Okay, everybody, I am back. Looks like they have switched views. We're now on the east side of the Delaware River, getting a shot of her coming out of the slip there at Pier 80, Pier 82. Go back into the live chat. Well, I'm glad I came. I'm glad I went online a little early. Oh, Max is with us. Welcome, Max. TRS-80 Model 1 is here with us as well. It'll be a sight when she makes this move under the Walt Whitman Bridge, which we've got traffic on there now. Once they bring her out and they are getting close to crossing under her, they will close traffic in both directions on all the bridges. I believe there are 3 bridges that she will be crossing under. You really don't get an idea of when I went to go visit her in June. We were driving up Christopher Columbus Parkway, and for those who haven't been to Philadelphia or had seen the United States in where she was, all these years, when you make the drive up Christopher Columbus Parkway, you are right in line with her funnels, and so when you make this turn from kind of a northeast direction until you suddenly turn north and you're following along the river, the first thing you see, or the first thing that you would have seen, were those 2 massive funnels. And uh, if I can, maybe we have a little bit of time. I'll throw that picture up there to give you the idea. But just to see those funnels as you drove up Christopher Columbus Parkway was just incredible. It does look like they are trying to swing her stern now to the north. James, welcome. I'm glad to see you here now. Yes, sucks is definitely an interesting word to put it, but I guess yeah. American sportsman, welcome. End of an era in some degree, but it will take hundreds of years for her to break down and decompose in the ocean, and so we're going to have her around. Not to mention the fact that they're going to be saving the mast and the forward funnel as part of the museum complex. Um, so part of her will always exist. So, although it would have been nice for the entire ship to be saved, I would say that for what we're getting, I've come to accept it. That's my opinion. American Loyalist, another name here. I see. I'm glad to see you here. Oh, and Pillar Pondabunda. Welcome. Keep trying to keep track of some of the names that pop up in here that I hadn't seen before. I believe that she is going to be just normal tug assisted. This is being handled by Moran Tugs. Moran is a company that covers a lot of the eastern seaboard ports, including New York. New York has had Moran tugs for decades. Her deep sea tug is probably not going to meet her until she reaches Delaware Bay. Her bow is now coming in the visible shot here in the feed. You know, when I flew into Philly in June, TRS-80, and I unfortunately landed in the wrong direction. So when we made our approach, we didn't come into Philly in that direction. So I did not get to see her. Not to mention it was still a little cloudy when we were making the approach in. So checking to see if we do have any other live feeds, possibly helicopter shots. See if we can maybe switch over to a helicopter shot. I think we'll stick with this for now. Although um, it looks like there are no helicopter shots at the moment that I can see that are coming up live, but we might switch over to ABC6 Philadelphia. They do have a shot from the west side there, but boy, they've already got her bow almost pointed south. That was a fairly quick swing. Yeah, Moonser is in school. Well, he better be in school. Nathan Leggy, I hope I got that name right. Welcome. Mr. Golden Bee said this is a nice view. I totally agree with that. This is a good shot. If we could possibly get the guy with the camera, with the North Face hoodie out of the way. It would be perfect if he was out. American Loyalist made the comment. Fun fact: Billy did try to get the Queen Mary. Absolutely, yes, she did. Unfortunately, they were looking for her as a floating high school. So I'm not quite sure what kind of condition the Queen Mary would have been in once that had taken place. Matthew Mahoney is another name I see here. Welcome. Matthew Mahoney, you're from England. Welcome. Yeah, we're New York and Philadelphia were both in the bidding to to make her a floating high school. Okay, there we go. I might be repositioning to try and get that guy out of the shot. Oh, wonderful! There we go. Beautiful shot. Her, I noticed that her center anchor chain um, is extended out, dragging in the water there, and I have a feeling that it has been disconnected from the anchor. I believe the anchor was actually saved. I think that's the anchor that is on her forecastle right now. That will be part of the museum display. Most likely, what they're going to do is they're going to use that anchor chain for for the tow line to the deep sea tug, and it's probably down in that position right now so that they can access it, tie an actual tow line to it. Using the chain is a safety factor so that if the line breaks, it will not have the spring tension back and basically whip back onto the ship, onto the deck, possibly injuring people. So uh, the chain will lose that tension immediately and basically just kind of fall to the ocean surface there. Yeah, TRS 81 says that one of her props is at the Merchant Marine Academy grounds in Long Island. There's another one of the SS United States propellers in at the USS Intrepid Museum at the entrance on the uh, near the street. And then there is one of her propellers currently on her stern, which I can't remember if that's remained there since her being brought back from Sevastopol, Ukraine, or uh, if that was placed on there recently. But that will also be part of the museum complex when they set up there in Florida. Yeah, there's got to be some helicopter feed here coming up shortly. I'm gonna keep looking for it, and if I spot one, I will go ahead and bring it up on online here for us. Matthew Mahoney says, "So she doesn't end up like the SS America." Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. That was not a successful tow. Let's see if I can go ahead and do this. I might try this really quick. The Conservancy is live, and let's see if we can bring that in. Hold on one second here. Oh, never mind. We got a helicopter shot. Well, we did have a helicopter shot. Let's see if we can go ahead and bring in. Never mind. Yeah, I'll wait for a few minutes, and I'll keep an eye out. I've got on my phone here. I've got the Conservancy live feed. If they bring in anything interesting, I will go ahead and switch over to the Conservancy live. That ship out front looks like it's a light ship. What a shot. Michael Ryan, glad you could join us. These are great shots, just like when the New Jersey made her way down the Delaware. Although her end of her voyage was very short, whereas this is going to be quite a distance. Michael, we've decided that I can't call them nerds anymore. It's goobers. We're just ship goobers. Oh, there's a good shot of the one propeller with the fairing cone attached. American Loyal says historic Spanish naval training ship might pass a big U during that time. Future Queen's training ship. Well, we'll keep an eye out for it. Is this a sailing vessel? I am curious as to what happened to that forward funnel on the aft starboard side. The brim of the I always call it a baseball cap. It always looks like a baseball cap turned backwards. But the aft starboard fin of that brim uh, is damaged, and I have absolutely no clue how that occurred. I'll have to ask. I have to ask either. I'll have to ask somebody that's with the conservancy. Beautiful view. That certainly looks like a light ship. If anybody else knows what kind of ship that is, it's it looks like it's a light ship. Agreed, James. Still a beautiful ship. Andrew Frere 68, welcome. And you asked the question: is McAllister doing the tow to Alabama? I do not know. Maybe do some research here and see. Ah, the famous IKEA. Didn't go into the IKEA when I was there in June, but there's like a sports bar. Just I think it's coming into view now that we spent quite a bit of time. And there's a Wendy's over there, and I went on my last day and had Wendy's for breakfast. And in fact, Michael, you were with me when we went to Wendy's. Wendy's with the best view, and yeah, the free frosties. Oh, let's see, what was it? Friday? Um, Actually, I think it might have been Wednesday of last week. Her decks were all covered with snow. Obviously, that has melted. Although, according to the weather report, it's still in the mid 20s. Possibly, it's supposed to get up to a high of 29 in Philadelphia. So it did melt, probably due to the sun. Wolf, welcome. Glad you could join us. I understand. I'm watching the Conservancy live feed right now, and what they are stationed south of the Walt Whitman Bridge, and what their plan is to do footage of it as it comes by them from the east side of the river. It's possible maybe that is not a light ship, and that might actually be part of the towing effort here. Um, Never seen a deep sea tug with such a large platform like that. That's very interesting. But she's positioned as though they are intending to. She might be the deep sea tug. Absolutely, Wolf. I agree. Agreed. TRS 80. Uh, Nothing. Everything is better than the breakers. There you can see a view of the forward funnel on that starboard side uh, baseball cap brim. Oh, well, they lost their feed here, but you can see that the sheet metal is bent upward, and it's a rather strange thing for that to have occurred. Josh Cusiak, I hope I got that name right. We talk a lot on Facebook. Glad you could join us. Josh, I am tempted to join the other people who are discussing the possibility of renting a boat and going out to see her sink. I would definitely be interested in doing that. All right, we got the feedback. Now that boat is definitely going to be involved in the tow. So I am going to make the guess that that is a deep sea tug that is going to join her here. I would have thought that they would have probably met her at in the Delaware Bay, allowing the tugs to bring her out to that point, but I guess not. There again, you can see that forward frontal and the metal damage on that aft starboard corner of the forward funnel. Michael, you'll will you join? You go us if we get a charter a boat. James, you and I have talked about this too. We of course it's definitely a little ways off in time, but I'm definitely down. I thought they were going to be fairly close. They're not going to be as close as I thought they were. They'll be within a few miles, but uh, it's uh, it's going to be a little bit of a distance away. Not something that you could swim from one to the other. Oh, okay. Got the feedback. We're at 9:18 right now, or 9:18 Pacific time, so it's at 12:18. They might the notification from the conservancy had said that they would make their way down the river at 12:51 p.m. So I'm wondering if they are just simply waiting. Oh, oh, lost the feed again. There we go. James Johnson, welcome. New name. Glad you could join us. And you can see there to the to right beyond the piers. That's Christopher Columbus Parkway that crosses perpendicular to the piers themselves. Kind of makes an angle there as it reaches IKEA. Major thoroughfare through the west side of Philadelphia. Yeah, as I understood it, they were going to wait for extreme low tide so that they could time this correctly. So I bet you that this is just kind of a waiting game here until low tide hits. The tugs are keeping her in a stationary position. So James, that's I can understand, but hopefully you have plans to bring her out to that museum. He will at least get to see the museum, the artifacts that they're going to be having there, and the forward funnel with the mast will be a sight to see. Josh Cusiak was asking, how long do people on the ship itself stay on her? Well, I would assume that anybody who is on board her now is probably going to remain on board for the next 2 weeks. Although um, there would be the ability to board a boat from her lower gangway doors. I would assume that at some point they will be closing those gangway doors so that to prevent any possible uh, flooding if there was any kind of a situation that occurred. So, although it does look like that midship gangway door might be open. The midship gangway door looks like right above the waterline. Is it my imagination, or does she look like she has a little bit of a starboard list? Anybody else see that? As here, City says that yes, I think so. Also, the stern seems to be lower in the water than the bow. Yeah, and she's been like that for quite some time. I thought that they would trim her out to compensate for that, um, but I guess they felt it wasn't necessary. Her draft at the bow is actually only like 18 feet. She's like several feet above the waterline out of the water. So her draft was very very low, uh, or very very high at the bow. I just want to thank everybody for coming on, participating in the live chat. I am going to keep my best ability to keep track of the live chat and comment on everybody's comments, but it's getting a little bit more and more difficult. It's a pretty active chat right now, so thank you, everybody. That what we think is the deep sea tug has now got the line with the chain. You see the center anchor chain there being brought taut as she moves forward. So it looks like they are getting ready to move her. They had positioned that tug against the prow there to keep her stationary, but it looks like they might be getting ready to proceed south. And of course, we've lost that. Folks, I need to step away for a minute. I need to take a little personal break for one moment, but I will be right back. We'll continue with this with the stream here, and I will be back momentarily. Okay, we're back. And it does appear that the that forward tug is definitely making move south. Looks good. Looks very good. Michael, check your text messages on your phone. I just sent you a text message. Zizzy Twins. There's a new name. Welcome. Welcome to the live chat. Welcome to the what was it? Ryan Zemansky with the USS New Jersey had when they were doing the move on Friday on the 14th. It was being known as the St. Valentine's Day Historic Ship Massacre. That was that was a perfect title for the day. Mark makes a comment. Wake on the bow. I see it. I see it. She's got a slight bone in her teeth, as they would say. Oh. She is definitely making a move south now on the Delaware. No, so I'm assuming, yeah, James All American Travel said it's not far from the bridge. Yeah, I would agree. They would probably beginning to start preparing to close the traffic. They will be closing traffic on all the bridges that she is crossing under. Pencil Pen YR looks like you are a local to the Philly area. You shop at that IKEA. I wish I had gone in there. And I love going to IKEA, although I flew into Philly in June, so uh, I wouldn't have been able to really bring anything back with me. But I could have always gone in there and had some Swedish meatballs. Love their Swedish meatballs. We have a fireboat giving her a salute with. TRS81 makes a comment. That may very well be the tug that's taking her to Mobile. I am willing to bet that you are correct. Zizzy Twins is from the Philippines. Wonderful. That is one beautiful sight right there. Josh Cusiak asks if I was planning to make a trip back to Philly, maybe to see the USS Olympia. I went to go see the Olympia from her birth. I actually was there before the museum even opened, and it wasn't going to be worth me uh, getting on board before I had to get my flight back home. Um, but I would definitely make a trip back to Philly. I want to visit the USS New Jersey on board because we went to go see the USS New Jersey in dry dock, and I will definitely be making a trip back to Philly at some point. Mark, there is definitely a wake at her bow. Pencil Pen YR said the IKEA is probably going to have to take down the tiny label on the window explaining what the ship across the street was. Yeah, another sad moment. Gosh, she's been there for almost 20, 28, 27 years since 1996. No, 28 years. 28 years. Oh, actually, that would be 29 years. Thank you, Mark. It's new math. I had to think about that for a minute. We see the west tower of the Walt Whitman Bridge. She's definitely getting very close. It looks like there is no traffic on the Walt Whitman Bridge, so it looks like they have. Oh, wait a minute! I do see some cars. They have not closed traffic yet. She's making good speed down the river here right now. Need to definitely center her a little bit back in their shot. They're losing that shot. Although I am suspecting that this helicopter is going to probably have to make some trips back to get refueled. They can't stay in the air forever, so. Ozzy asked the question, how long has the Queen Mary been in Long Beach? 57 now plus years. 57 years and 3 months. 2 months. December 9th, 1967 is when she arrived in Long Beach, California, and so that was the marking the 57th anniversary of her arrival. And so now we're well into February. So March will be 3 months. March 9th will be 3 months and 57 years. Looks like I keep saying it looks like they're closing traffic, but then I see there's some eastbound traffic here. New name, I see Daniel Kabaki. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live chat. Welcome to the SS United States departure. She is now under that bridge. Oh, those vehicles that are on the bridge, I bet you are either transportation department vehicles. Yeah, I bet you they're official vehicles, not regular traffic. Because otherwise, you can see that the lanes are pretty much clear. She is under that bridge with plenty of room to spare. Look at that. Lots of room. When she made this trip up, when they positioned her from just south of the Walt Whitman Bridge to Pier 82, where she was, and she crossed another Walt Whitman Bridge, they seem to be a lot more uh, space. There we go. Forward funnel is now under the bridge. What a shot. What a shot. Oh my gosh, yes. Wow. Josh Cusick had made the comment about a car flip over the bridge. You, you're right. There it is. Holy cow. I wonder how that happened. Was paying too much attention to the ship and not to his driving. That's what my guess would be. And we'll soon be seeing her passed by the Philadelphia Navy Yard and Philadelphia International Airport. Pennsylvania said it went Poseidon. Yeah. Well, if it had gone on its back, then it would have been a full Poseidon. This was only a half Poseidon. What a shot. I think we're going to switch to the Ryan Zemansky's live stream. Oops. Oh, yeah, because they lost their footage here. Let's see here really quick. I'm going to go to the Battleship New Jersey footage. They're catching it as they're passing there on the south side of the Walt Whitman Bridge. From the ground. And of course, we're giving Fox 5 New York credit here for this footage. We're going to switch over to the Battleship New Jersey's live stream here for a moment. If I didn't screw everything up here. Keep it up. I'll reload. There we go.
More people than I expected to be.
And we'll listen to a little bit of Ryan here for a minute.
We're out for the earlier move earlier this week. And there have been several news stations here, which is great because during our first move, there were no news stations. It was during the Super Bowl parade, so everybody was in Center City. Good view of her stern now as she heads down the river. They're using significantly more tugboats than we used for the Battleship New Jersey. But again, she's a little bit larger by length, if not by weight. Sign off here before I break out into tears. I will see you guys in a future video.
We're losing Ryan. We're losing the Battleship New Jersey stream, so I will go ahead and go back to
private individuals and businesses.
Go back to Fox 5.
It's what keeps us
Give me
from being
1
towed down
second.
the river to be turned into an artificial reef. There's a link in the description below if you'd like to donate to support
Yeah.
You can also support us by liking, sharing, subscribing, supporting about the museum and the channel. Thanks.
The winds are supposed to be under 10 miles an hour, but it does look like a little bit of gust there. Okay, yeah, they went offline, so we'll bring back Fox 5 here. Uno momento, por favor. There we go. We're now Fox 29, Philadelphia. Give credit to them. Visit their channel. Give them a like and subscribe also if you want to keep track of anything going on in Philadelphia. Although, after the Eagles won, I don't know what much else there'll be. But these are some good shots here, so we'll give them credit. I think they were giving the feed to the Fox 5 New York as well. That's a good shot right there. Yeah, American Travels said that AP is live too, and I had them on my phone for a little bit. At the moment, I wasn't as impressed with the shots that they were getting, but I might switch over to AP. I need to refill my drink. I'm getting a little bit parched here, so I will be right back. I'll leave the stream here still going. I'm going to bring down the volume a little bit because we're not listening to Ryan anymore, but I will be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back. Bring up the live chat here again. Keep track of what's going on. Charlie Cheswick says ABC6 Philly has some good coverage. Okay, I will check that out right now, and maybe we'll switch over to that. Let me take a peek here really quick. Okay. Okay, why am I not getting anything here? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and bring that in. There we go. I totally agree. This is a much better shot. Wonderful shot. With the city of brotherly love in the background. Moonzer! Holy cow! Are you? No, you can't be out of school yet. What are you doing home? James said, "Hope you're getting some screenshots." I will go back into uh, the content and I will get the screenshots I need. If I had the time to if I had about 10 arms and 10 computers and maybe about 10 staff, maybe I could be doing some screenshots as we speak. But I will have to wait until I come back after this event and get the screenshots I want. Charlie Cheswick says she's been docking Billy since 1996, so they couldn't do anything. Sad that they couldn't do anything with her. I agree. And in my own personal opinion, I would say that there were mistakes that were made on all sides. I think that the conservancy dropped the ball on several occasions. Um, it was a mistake that they did not have a long term contract with Penn Warehousing, who was their landlord basically, and uh, and I think also Penn Warehousing would be a little bit guilty of being maybe a little bit greedy, But it's business, and I I'm not going to fault anybody for any decisions that were made or weren't made. Um, as the saying goes, it is what it is, and we there's no sense in stressing yourself. And I'll tell you, if you read posts in Facebook and Twitter and everything about this situation, I I mean, it is what it is. There is no reason to stress yourself over a situation that you have no control over. So I'll leave it at that. Oh my God, what a shot! What a shot right there, guys. Beautiful. Her port side anchor is in place. I had thought that they had removed the port side anchor, but I guess they did not. How much money would you pay to be one of those guys in those lime green safety coats being on board that ship right now? Moonzer, what is your explanation for not being at school right now? That's what I want to know. Josh Cusiak makes a comment. The people who currently own the QE2 tried to buy the Norway. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not because I had not heard that before. But I remember the morning oh my gosh, the morning that the news report came out that there had been an explosion on the Norway in Miami, um, and then slowly but surely we got information about the Norway, the condition, the injuries, the deaths that occurred. I thought that somewhere along the line she had the chance of becoming a static display hotel, along the lines of like the Rotterdam, and just did not happen. I, I was more disappointed in the inability for them to save the Norway than I am about the saving of the SS United States. The SS United States has been sitting in Philadelphia for 29 years. She had been sitting in Newport News, Virginia, for God knows how long. Pretty much since 1969 when she was put out of service, and nothing. Absolutely. I mean, yes, there were somebody bought her, somebody had the intentions of doing something with her, and then um, you had not American Family, United States Lines, which was basically the American Family Cruises, um, and then 9/11 happened, and they went bankrupt, and then the people that owned her died, and then it was left to their side. Every one of those little moments of events that took place with the United States was such a disappointment. But that occurred over 3 decades. I, I, re- I remember hearing. I was at the Titanic Historical Society convention on the Queen Mary when the news came out about her being towed to Turkey, and boy, that was wonderful news at that time. 30 years ago, 30 years ago, and over the course of time, you kind of become numb to the information that was coming out about the United States. Whereas with the Norway, the Norway had been towed to Michael. You were on the Norway, right? Didn't you go on the Norway for training? Oh wait a minute. He said did use her for training ship for Pride of America because I know Michael had been he had worked on the Pride of America. Okay, you would have gotten to. Yeah, they were using the Norway in Bremen, Germany, uh, for a training ship, and there was so much hope that Norway was going to be saved, and that all took place within a matter of a few years between like 2003 and 2005, and so the heartache of losing the Norway was to me a little bit more heart wrenching than what we're seeing here with the United States. These are some great shots. We are, I believe, getting close to the Philadelphia Navy Yard, which will be in the distance on the west side bank of the river, followed by the Philadelphia International Airport. Yeah, Michael makes a comment. Norway went to a length to with all the artwork aboard. Peter wasn't able to. Peter was able to save some items, if I recall. Peter Canego had a wonderful exhibit down in San Diego of the items that he had retrieved from multiple ocean liners. And it was a great display. I'm not sure. I don't think they have it there anymore, but it was mostly Peter Canego's uh, exhibit items. Wait a minute. Oh, come on, huh? So, if anybody's watching, welcome to the Blue Ribbon Channel. Welcome to the departure of the SS United States from Philadelphia, going down the Delaware River on her 2-week journey to Mobile, Alabama, where she will be going through a process of removal of what remains of her interiors, as far as like asbestos, hazardous materials, where she will be converted to a artificial reef, and the county of Okaloosa in Florida will be, who are the owners currently of the ship, are going to purposely sink her to become. She will become the largest man-made reef in the world. Another record, I guess you could say, for the SS United States. Wow, so we got some new names here. Don Mario, welcome to the channel. Alan James, somebody Cruise Line has Big U memorabilia. They have the SS United States restaurant. They should gift to the new museum. I believe that most of the items that the that Celebrity has are not in their ownership. I believe in some cases it might even be conservancy items that were on loan. Although, and I can't remember what the name of the Celebrity ship was. Uh, that ship has been retired, or not retired, but the interiors have been redone since that time. They no longer have the actual SS United States Delaware room. Although the Carnival has the Carnival Spirit, I believe, Carnival Spirit, which has which has rooms all dedicated to certain liners, and one of them is the dedicated to the SS United States. Okay, the chat has been going so long. I don't know Moonzer made the comment about his reasons for not being in school, but I would sure like to know why Moonzer was not in school today. American Sportsman said, just for future reference, it's pronounced Okaloosa. Oh, really? Okay. Thank you very much, American Sportsman, for clarifying. You know, when you don't live in the area, you're not sure how the pronunciations are on particular things, and so it's Okaloosa. I will remember that. I'll be right back, really quick. 1 second. Okay, there we go. I'll bring back the chat here really quick. So, folks, I'm going to go ahead and stay with the stream until such time whether I'm losing the ability to get media streams or if we do lose numbers in our viewers, which right now we have 102 viewers. Welcome everybody. Michael Ryan makes a comment. Norwegian Cruise Lines, Pride of America, and Norwegian Jade both have models of the SS United States. Very interesting. Recall 1990 is a new name I've seen here now. Hi, Recall 1990. He makes a comment. Hi, it's Mike, and I've been following the Queen Mary for years. In the last couple of years, the SS United States, I've said before, I've stayed. I think you mean I stayed before on the Queen Mary, but by the fortune of fate, go I. Susan Gibbs did fine. I've talked to Susan Gibbs through emails before. She seems like a pretty nice woman. And although she's been the executive director or president of the conservancy, everything doesn't quite go all through her. But and in the past, I think that decisions were made by the conservancy that may not have been the best choice, but it is what it is. I will say that again and again. Nate Owens makes a comment that there's a second bridge. Oh, did they pass? Did they pan over to? I believe that it will be just before the Navy Yard and just before the Navy Yard, and then following that will be the Philadelphia International Airport. I'm just looking. There's a sports arena there, and I'm not sure what teams play there. But I remember making the drive from the SS United States to the airport, and I decided I'm not going to go ahead and take freeway. I'm going to go ahead and take Surface Street. So I took Surface Street all the way down. Oh, there's Philadelphia International Airport. Very good. Okay, yeah. Okay, and here comes the Navy Yard. The Navy Yard's coming up. But going back to the story I was going to say, I remember making that drive. I had said goodbye to Michael. I dropped Michael off at Philadelphia station, and he was going to be taking the Acela back up to, or no, I'm sorry, you were going to be. Let's see. Yeah, you were going to be getting. No, you were going to be getting on the Silver Meteor, I believe, or Silver Star back down to Florida, and so I made that drive south, and I got lost, so I had to pull off whatever road, and I pulled into that parking lot of that sports arena that was just there in the distance, and trying to figure out where the hell am I going to get down to the airport. If anybody knows me, I don't like maps very much. Um, I was in a rental car and was trying to figure out uh, the car so I could link my phone to it and use the mapping, Google Maps on it. Wasn't quite working very well. Recall 1990 makes a comment. I understand just so hard to recover from past decisions. Thank you for the great coverage and discussion. Thank you. Thank you. I hold no fault to anybody really, as far as like the conservancy or any other entity that has been involved with the Queen Mary or boy the Queen Mary with the United States. Um, the you know decisions are made all the time, and sometimes they're made hastily, and again, it is what it is. Julia Winters, a new name I haven't seen here. Welcome, Julia Winters, to the channel, to the live stream. She makes a comment, although I wish it were a different scenario, becoming an artificial reef is the best possible outcome. I would be heartbroken to see her scrapped, like you said before. Norway was much more tragic. Totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Again, these are such great shots. I have to just say. Yeah, if only this had happened a few weeks, well, about a month ago. If it happened in December when they were originally supposed to move her, she would have passed by the USS John F. Kennedy there at the Navy Yard. But she has since moved in a similar fashion by tow, but she went to Brownsville, Texas, where she will be scrapped. She was the last steam boiler powered uh, turbine vessel of the U.S. Navy. That midships gangway right there. There's a boat that is right alongside, and she's awfully small to be like assisting in towing. She might be there as a precaution. And we see a couple of littoral ships there. So this is the Philadelphia Navy Yard, which is now owned by or leased by North Atlantic. North Atlantic. I can't remember what the name is. North Atlantic something. Michael, do you remember what the name was? There's a a close up. Looks like maybe some of the people that were on board might have gotten off the ship. Another new name I see here, Harrison Peloso. First time seeing the Phillies stadiums from the water. It's got that sort of Baltimore feel since those are by the water too. Yeah, I agree with you. I've seen both the cities like that. And I can see where there be some comparisons. But being from Southern California and now Chicago, oh my goodness, from North Las Vegas, um, uh, I uh, I only see the ocean when I get out to SoCal. Stamford, Connecticut. Well, welcome, Harrison. Thank you for joining the channel. James, All American Travel, says, "Hope they don't forget to close the gangway door." Yeah, I'm wondering if they can. I believe that gangway door has been open for quite some time. I've looked at the Queen Mary's gangway doors that are open currently, and looking at their condition, and of course we're talking about Southern California compared to the Northeast, and I don't know if without a lot of work, and they may have done some work to the doors. I'm hoping they can close that door. Let's see here. I don't think we've passed by the dry dock yet that USS New Jersey was in. Well, there probably will be, although I don't know how long the helicopters and all that are going to continue their coverage. At some point, I think they're going to say enough is enough and call it quits. In which case, I will probably call it quits. But we still got 113 people viewing the live stream right now, so I will continue with you as long as we've got some feed. That boat has now left that center portside gangway and is probably depositing them shoreside. I'm looking for that dry dock. I believe that might be the dry dock right there, right next to the crane. Michael, if you can see that, does that look like where we were at? There's obviously nothing in the dry dock at the moment, so it's kind of hard to determine if that is the dry dock or not. It looks like the dry dock is dry with the doors closed. Josh Cusiak asks, "How far did they let you guys into?" We went all the way down to the bottom, of the dry dock. We literally crawled underneath the ship. Michael says, "Dry dock ends at the ivory shed with the 2 horizontal stripes." Okay, they need to zoom back over to. Oh, we got a crowd there on that pier. We can definitely tell it's low tide. Definitely low tide. Harrison Peloso asks, "Did everyone get off?" I don't think everyone get off, but there might have been some people that were on board that were not intending to remain on board. Ozzy says more holes on the ship. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Holes would not be a good thing. Nancy Joyner is a new name I see here. Welcome to the channel. She makes a comment watching from Perry, Georgia. My dad helped build the ship in Newport News. Wonderful, Nancy. Glad to have you on board with us today. It was a lot muddier than I expected. Yeah, almost slipped a few times in that mud. They had thrown down uh, basically like plywood planks or wood planks for us to kind of walk around on the bottom of the dry dock as we boarded we descended down into the dry dock at the stern, and we walked our way forward, which the bow was pointing out towards the river. Her stern was inland on the west side, and so we walked through the dry dock at the bottom. Um, we went by her propellers and her rudder, and then as we made that way, we walked along the starboard side, along the bilge keel, and it was quite muddy in that area. So they had thrown these wood planks and wood boards along for us to walk on. However, over the course of time, there had been water that infiltrated in there, and so those were mud covered boards, and so we had to cautiously walk our way to the bow. Beautiful shot right there with her name. Nice wake there on her bow as well. So next coming up will be the Philadelphia International Airport, which will be also on her starboard side there. Quite a bit of a crowd there gathered on the east bank. Another new name I see here: chilling in the frozen north. Not quite sure how far in the frozen north you are, but welcome to the channel. Another new name I see here: Maria Flores. Welcome to the channel. This is a pretty good speed. She definitely has a good amount of speed coming down the river here. We will be seeing airport property at some point. Um, we should even be getting. We should be beginning to start seeing taxiways and aprons of the runways. Another new name, James Ducker. Welcome to the channel. He makes a comment. Hello, thanks for the commentary and greetings from the Pacific Northwest, Seattle. Welcome, James. Michael makes a comment. Marine traffic has the tugs at just under 5 knots. Yeah, that's about the speed that they had the USS New Jersey when she was making her way down to the Navy Yard, and that's about right. It looks about 5 knots. It's perfect. It's a perfect speed for her right now. I get to step away for a minute. Need to make a personal break, and I will be right back. We'll let the stream continue. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, let me bring the live chat back here for us. James Ducker made the comment. Has anyone thought of using some of the metal in her to build a Navy ship, kind of like the scrap metal that was used from the World Trade Center to build the new structure? For the USS New York that currently has World Trade Center steel. Um, I haven't heard anything mentioned of that, and I don't think there's any plans for that to happen. I'm curious what the some kind of either cabling or hose or some sort that stretches all along her, at least on her port side there. Michael makes a comment. See if I know. Part of the Mary's plans were to build up a Queen Mary transverse bulkhead amidship to help her watertight integrity. Have you heard if that project is still a go? So after the uh, marine engineering survey of the ship, they had decided that it wasn't necessary to build back any kind of a transverse bulkhead. They realized that they needed to control flooding at certain parts of the ship, so they went ahead and they extended some of the removed bulkheads up um, by like maybe about 10 feet or so, so that flooding can be controlled in different compartments. And that's what they have done. That is all completed. The pumps are all installed now for the Queen Mary's um, emergency pump, bilge pumping, and the extended bulkheads were also completed. Looks like we might be getting close to the airport there. I think that might be. Looks like they might be doing an extension of runway. Elliot Roger, new name I see here. Welcome aboard, Elliot Roger. He says, "God bless and long live the Big U." I agree. That does look like a extension of runway there. Ozzy says there is even a big hole on her port. You can see it. Big hole. What kind of hole are we talking about? Michael makes a comment. Queen Mary would only settle by 5 to 10 feet, depending on the tide. Yeah, that would be correct. At low tide, there's only a matter of a few feet clearance between the bottom of the Queen Mary's hull and the bottom of the silt in her lagoon. Definitely still people on board, as we can see here in the shot. Nice shot of her bridge. And that is the remnants of Port Mifflin on her starboard side there, which is alongside the Philadelphia International Airport. We can see one of the runways of Philadelphia International Airport. That was so they are extending that runway. It hasn't been completed yet, but they are extending it, lengthening it. I'll take the time to let everybody know. Thank you for joining the Blue Ribbon channel and for us showing some media coverage here of the SS United States as she leaves Philadelphia down the Delaware River on her way on a 2-week tow to Mobile, Alabama, where she will be converted to the world's largest man-made uh, artificial reef. Over the course of the next year, she'll be in Mobile. And 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, everybody. And with me here, I had to take a break for there for a second. Michael Ryan, who's in the channel in the live chat, is actually with me here on speakerphone. Michael, what when we drove up in our friend's car and drove up Christopher Columbus Parkway, what was our reaction when we saw the SS United States funnels?
Well, I believe that I saw it before anybody else, and I just kind of geeked out in the back seat and pointed like I was very simple. and y'all were like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah, because I wasn't expecting to see them right away like that, and you basically had like a
little stroke.
Yeah, and then I think that was when the rest of us just like, oh.
Just two big funnels that you can't miss, I guess.
That sight was incredible, and unfortunately, that's something that we'll never see again.
Yeah.
That
I guess I think the Philly people kind of took that for granted.
I agree. Let me bring up the live chat here really quick, because I keep minimizing it, having to put it back. But you and I, we got the Wendy's experience. I think we've got the photograph.
You and a Wendy's, yeah.
Yeah, Wendy's. Something else we'll never get to experience again is having Wendy's for late breakfast, early lunch, and seeing the SS United States from the windows of Wendy's.
Good little backdrop, yeah.
That was a good shot. I wish you had gotten to stay with me more, but you were getting on the was it Silver Star, Amtrak Silver Star, back to Florida?
One of them, yeah, one of the silvers.
One of the silvers, yeah.
Yeah, I Amtraked everywhere last year. That was fun.
So Michael joined me and several friends of mine. He went to Philadelphia. I was in Philadelphia, and then I went down to Washington D.C. Met him down in Washington D.C. and then we went up together on Amtrak to Philadelphia again, and then that was when we went to go see the USS New Jersey, and then we made a trip after that to see the SS United States from the street, but
side quest to Olympia as well.
And that's right. And on the last day, we went to see the Olympia. And what was the name of the submarine?
Oh, I don't know.
So, I can't keep track of all these names. So many names. But what a weekend that was. That was a great weekend, and I'm glad that you were able to come out and hang out with us.
There's a whirlwind of like ship history information.
Yes. and our wet walk in Washington D.C. to the hotel.
That was fun. That was fun.
We did have some fun though. That was a great weekend.
So it looks like they're right by the airport now.
Yes,
but they still probably have at least 5 or 6 more hours in that river.
Oh, until they reach Delaware Bay? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would assume that they're not going to continue the coverage. We will probably end. Gosh, we got 150 people watching right now. We'll stick with this. We'll stick with this for right now. But
like, are there any other large cities on the river, downriver, where there would be like news coverage?
Not really. No. I mean, you are getting a little bit closer to Washington D.C., but I don't think that.
What would have news? Delaware City, maybe? I don't know what that is. I'm not from around there.
I have to pull up a Google map to see what's downriver. But if I remember looking at the maps, there's not much down the Delaware.
Yeah, like Cape May might have one because they have a big like Coast Guard station there, I think. But
does Cape May have its
Jersey,
own
but
television station?
That's a ways away.
Yeah, that will definitely be several hours. But there we see Philadelphia International Airport.
Yeah. Yeah, Cape May might be the middle of the night.
Well, my thought was, let's see, wait a minute, it is now.
Oh yeah, Wilmington would be the next big city.
Wilmington. Yes, you're right. Yes. Yeah.
Let's send Joe Biden out there with a camcorder, and he can go get some video for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. No, it by the time that the ship gets there, it will be past his bedtime, and he will be in bed.
No, he's already had his good night ice cream. He's in bed already.
Oh. Yeah, you're probably right. What was your thought of us going to the USS New Jersey? What was your thoughts of seeing the ship in dry dock?
Well, I've not been much of a military ship person, like studying them up very much. I just casually do, I guess, because I like all things maritime, I guess. But being able to see that giant piece of machinery out of the water above us, like out of its natural element, where it's not supposed to be in the dry air, was so impressive. And like seeing all the cranes and all the stuff to keep her ship shape is what they do to like all modern cargo ships and cruise ships and military ships around the clock. Like, it was just me seeing it done to a huge battleship. Right.
And the ability to crawl underneath her, where she was literally like 4 feet above. You know, we basically had to kneel down and crawl under her. And
yeah, that was creepy. We were like in the middle of a 1,000-foot long tunnel where you could see like light at the very end.
Right, exactly. Oh, let's go to oh, wait a minute. That can't be. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking for a new stream because we lost the ABC feed here.
Oops. Come on, ABC, get it together.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I need to time this out because I'm hoping I can she'll be visible from the beach here in Florida when she passes by.
You have the link for the they're gonna repeat like her location like every 6 hours. Well, but I don't know how you're getting that marine traffic information, but that's from the tugs, correct?
I mean, the tugs won't be that far away from her.
Let's see here.
She has to have some sort of generator on her for navigation marking because they can't just like tow her dead. So she has minimal power at least.
My guess was the same, although I haven't seen any equipment out on her upper decks. Wow, wait a minute. I am not finding live coverage of her. We may have lost all of our live feeds.
That's rude.
Yeah, I would agree. Let me keep looking. Everybody may have gone out to refuel.
Yeah, I was thinking like these can't be the tugs
been
that take
months
her
in the
all the way
making.
to
The S
Mobile. I
S
mean,
United
I'm
States is
thinking they're going
actually
to do a
expected to begin.
switcheroo a couple times along the toe because, like, they don't need to have all that fuel because it's not like a transatlantic. They can swap out as needed. Probably, I'd guess like Norfolk and Key West maybe.
Right, right. Well, there were some markings.
I don't.
There were some areas where um, they had made some suggestions along the way, but the question is going to be of how far from shore will she be? Will she be visible from shore?
Yeah, if it's a solid 10 miles, I mean, you'll see it on the horizon.
Yeah,
but you won't get details.
Depending on weather.
I have a decent camera, so yeah.
If it's a stormy day, you're not going to have that 10-mile visibility. But if it's a nice, bright, sunny day, no clouds, no haze, then you're good.
I need to make some friends with a boat down here very soon.
We've reached 182 viewers right now. Welcome aboard, everybody. But we've lost our live feeds. I cannot seem to find a current live feed. Fox 5 has lost their connection. Fox 29, they've gone green. And I'm not pulling up anybody else live. If anybody has a live feed that they know is going on right now on the ship, let me know. I had a feeling that everybody's going.
What network were you on?
I was viewing ABC 6, Fox 29 Philly, Fox 5 New York, and AP. But so far, I'm not finding anything live. Yeah, ABC 6 is now off live. Let's see here. Let's do one more search again. Yeah, Fox 5 still is showing live, but they're green screened.
Live from a green screen.
And they're not even loading at the moment. So let's see here. We got yeah, green screen.
She's here. Information.
Sidra was made for that. So
we go to commercial, but I'm not going to show the commercial.
The AP isn't showing anything.
Yeah, AP's. I think AP's down. Well, folks, I might go ahead and close out, but I may rejoin. I may rejoin everybody if we do have more live feeds. I will keep an eye out, making sure. I have a feeling they may come back to do some live coverage, but I hate to end everybody on a high note because we are now we have 170 views still, and I'd like to keep everybody here with us, but if I don't have anything to show, that kind of puts a bummer on it. Michael, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go ahead and end. I think for the moment.
Nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, Michael, thank you for joining us, and Michael, I'll talk to you a little bit later.
Y'all have a safe day.
All right, see ya.
Bye, guys.
That was Michael Ryan, who was in the channel with us. We had a great time when we were in Philadelphia in June. But I can't seem to pull up any new live streams. I'm going to go ahead and continue to monitor. I might go ahead and put us on a pause. We might be waiting for helicopters to refuel. That definitely was going to be an issue that I knew that was going to be coming up. I might go ahead and see if I can pull up something real quick, just as a backup. Yeah, we're Still not showing anything live. Nothing live. Well, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for joining us for right now. I will keep monitoring the Blue Ribbon channel. I will come back live if there is new live streams coming in. We'll continue again with some more coverage and commentary. We had a beautiful shot here for the last, we've been on for almost 2.5 hours now, and it was a beautiful morning for me, afternoon for Philadelphia. But thank you everybody for coming and watching the stream with us. And I keep an eye out to see if I do come back online for a part 2 if we do get some more live coverage. Thank you everybody for joining. We'll see you later.